Don't enter into life's arena unarmed. Let Parker show you how to make fear work for you. Even enjoy fear. What money says when it talks. The heartbeat of time. The vital importance of momentum. How to be the person you always wanted to be. And keeping your dreams alive. There is no man like this anywhere.
I want to tell you about several people that were complete strangers to me that had an impact upon my life, my career. And so let's begin with one whose name is Bill Hurwitz, and he is in Maryland. So I called Bill, and I got to his personal secretary, and I told her that if I could just have a few minutes of his time, and that I knew his time was valuable, pardon me, that I could have a huge impact upon his corporation, profit-wise, moving products and services. And lo and behold, he picked up the phone. And I introduced myself as Parker Rogers. And he said, well, where are you? If you can be here in 15 minutes, I'll listen to you. Now, I was on the other side of Maryland, and it was raining. I punched it into my navigational system, and I started driving really fast. And when I got there, his office was in a two-story building, and I was running up the stairs, and I always carried with me an artist's portfolio instead of a briefcase. A briefcase is a dead giveaway that you're trying to sell something. And I would come in with chains wrapped around my neck and a cowbell and all different kinds of things. And what I'm saying to you by doing these type things is, listen to this carefully. Dare to be different. You don't want to look like you're cut out of some mold, cookie cutter mold, just like the rest of the people, like drones. So I got there and I ran up the steps and I was 15 seconds from being late. And he said, you're late. And I said, no, I'm not. And he said, well, come on in. And I started making my presentation to Bill. At the time, he was Mr. Hurwitz. And he sat back and he gave me a glare. But I kept right on going. And all of a sudden, I saw this little tiny smile come the corner of his mouth. And all of a sudden, he sat back and relaxed in his chair, right behind this beautiful desk. And he said, well, go on. And finally, when I finished, he said, I like what you have to say. You know what you're talking about. I want you to talk to my people. And he had a lot of locations. And so he immediately hired me. And I went from one to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. And he called ahead and let them know he's coming. But he let his people make their own decisions. Each head of each company got to make their own decision. He just said he's coming, but he didn't make the decision. He didn't say, I want you to hire him. So not only did I have to sell Bill Hurwitz, but I had to go to each individual retail operation and sell the head of that operation, which I'm proud to say I successfully did. This relationship went on for years and years and years. He gave me more references, not only to people in Maryland, to people in Delaware and other places, and we really became great friends. And his number two man called me one time and he said, Parker, we're having a big party for Bill's birthday. Can you come? He would love nothing more than to have you there. And I said, well, I wouldn't miss it for the world. And I was doing a one-man, two-act theater play all around America. And I was in Maryland, and he certainly showed up. He had his son with him. And I had a hardball in my hand. And I was making the point that we've got to play hardball. This is not slow pitch. And I threw the hardball out, and his son caught it. And that Christmas, he sent me a 20-pound note holder with major screws in it, and engraved on the front of it was the word integrity. And every January, he'd call me in advance and go, I want you here to kick off the year. And we had the best time. He would fix breakfast for everybody, and we had somebody cooking. Some lady from Mexico was making enchiladas, and oh, it was fabulous. And we also always had one rather large man that would come out with a diaper on, bringing in the new year. And it was just a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous arrangement. And we, as I've already said, became good friends. And so there was other major corporation man in Maryland, and I asked him, would you refer me to him? And that's when you get someone else's name, that's not a cold referral. That's a warm referral, because all you have to do is when the receptionist gets on the phone, may I ask this, what this is in reference to? It's personal. A friend of his asked me to call him, which he did, and which I got to see the man that is one of the biggest corporations in America. And it just went on, and is still going on to this day. And I'd love to tell you this story about him. He wanted to buy this mansion. And so he and his wife drove up in their Harley Davidson, and he had real long hair. And this was a very expensive place. And by the way, let me remind you that his father started this business as a parts truck delivery man. These were good people. And anyway, the real estate agent would not show him the mansion because he was on a Harley with the long hair. Now, he didn't say a word. He just went back to his office and he called another real estate agent. He said, I'm going to pay cash for that mansion. I'm just going to make sure that you got to tell me that that real estate agent doesn't get a penny, or I'll buy another one. And so she said, well, she has it listed, so she has to get a part of it. He said, fine. He bought another one and paid cash. That's the deadliest disease in selling, is to prejudge someone by their appearance. I had the general manager of the Rolls-Royce dealership in Beverly Hills tell me that a man walked in and he was all these dirty clothes and greasy, and he said, I want to buy a new Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible. But he didn't avoid him, but a lot of other people said, oh, we don't want him to sit in it. We don't want to get any grease on the seats. He owned the largest garbage truck company in Southern California. He paid cash for the Rolls Royce. Be ye careful who you think you might be talking with. You never know what they can do for your life. Now, let me share another one with you. A lady in Southern California. And people like to call it the cold call. Like we're out on some island and there's polar bears out there and it's freezing. Oh, it's a cold call. I called on this lady. Excuse me, no appointment. And I made my presentation to her and she said, okay, I'll hire you. And I spoke to her company and she liked it. And she referred me to more people in Southern California. I have been all over California, and all of them come from references to other people. I am a reference specialist. And I can invade a business as well as an FBI agent to get to the decision maker. Because if we never get to the person that signs the request for the check, nothing is going to happen. Nothing. And you can never let someone else to carry your message to the decision maker. Let me put you in the decision maker's position. Someone comes in and said, I've got someone that's a great motivational speaker. Oh, yeah, sure. That's just what we want to spend a lot of money on, is another one of those. Got to get to that person. Male or female, man or woman. Another one is Robert Howard in Arlington, Texas. I was relatively new in my career, and I just kept going from state to state to state to state. And I called on Robert, and he let me make my presentation. He said, well, come back day after tomorrow. I came back. We talked and talked and talked and talked. He said, well, come back tomorrow. I came back the next day, and I got upstairs. I started not to go. I had a rental Lincoln Continental, and I eased the seat back, and I put my head on the restraint. I was early, and I said to myself, if you want to live in that beach home, you're going to have to go through doors like this to get there. You see, I can handle a no, little tiny N-O. Never has one little tiny word done so much massive damage to so many people. I say this, give me my no and let me go so I can go find my yes. But when I tilted that seat back and I could see people coming to my beach home and having a good time, as I said to myself, you got to go through places like this to get there. And I walked into his office and he stopped me right there. He said, hey, Parker, let's go to lunch. And we went to lunch and he said, I'm going to bring you in. And boy, did he have a lot of people. And I never speak to a company that I don't require that they furnish, if it's an early morning meeting, full-blown all-American breakfast. And I take care of all the people that are working in the conference room to get the everything is set up in what is called a horizontal position. All the tables are facing me, pens and pads and whatever it may be. And I hate this word, work book. Isn't that exciting? Work book. Oh, how boring. So anyway, he had so many people there. And I had a man that was working for me, and he cut into the buffet line to get his plate. I snatched him out of that line, but it just so happened that Robert was watching me. He didn't say a word. But I think I know what he was thinking. Parker's going to make sure that the people here get fed before his people do. I don't care about my people. We can eat somewhere else. Get out of the way. Leave the food alone. It's not there for you. This is not for you, it's for them. This man has become one of my best friends. He invited me to dinner at the finest restaurant in Fort Worth, Texas. And he brought with me, he was a great football player, and they own land all over Texas, businesses all over Texas. And we're having dinner, and he goes to the restroom, and the lady he's with said, Parker, can you please talk to him? He will not ask me to marry him. I said, I got it. So the next day I went by his office, and I said to him, Robert Howard, I'm going to tell you something right now. That is a very fine lady. She is special. She jogs 5 miles every morning. She's very attractive. She's a good woman. She's honorable. And if you don't marry her, you're a fool. He called me about a year later. When are you going to be in Texas? I said, well, I'll try to get there soon. He said, well, I don't want to tell you anything yet. And I came by his office. He said, I married her and had my first child. And he said, anybody that does not believe in a higher power after I saw that is a fool. Here is a man who had been a bachelor, had a mansion, very wealthy man, but just a good man. You just never know where these people are going to take you. But these things are so important. Your appearance, your nails. You see how my nails are done right now? I had them manicured. Oh, some men go, oh, never have a manicure. Oh, really? Are your shoes shined? Do you have that breath freshener in your pocket? If you smoked a cigarette, do you think somebody wants to smell that doesn't smoke? Your appearance is critical. Your preparation is critical. You don't get prepared the day of. You get prepared the night before and the morning before. And when you get there, you are on your game. And I always carry with me pictures, not on an iPhone, not on a mobile phone, not on any phone carrier out here. I want them tangible in my hands. I call it delayed gratification. I want to see where I want to go, and then I am going to have it. But before I get it, I want to see it. It's like there's a bridge. You're on one side of it, there's an island over the other side. That's where you want to be. But you just start building these pylons one at a time, coming across that bridge, all of a sudden, you're on the other side on that island because you didn't give up and you kept going and going and going and going and going. Another man I'll tell you about is in Tampa, Florida, Ralph Gietto. Now, I had been referred to Ralph Gietto in Tampa from somebody in Dallas. And I walked in. I don't call them cold calls. It's in search of an opportunity. I made my presentation to him. Very successful man. Very highly respected in in Tampa. And I said to him, I made my presentation. He said, let me tell you a story, Parker. He said, I love to play golf. Hear me out, you golfers that spend all that time on the golf course. And by the way, I was a scratch golfer, so I know how to play the game. I have my cue stick in my vehicle, and everywhere I go, I've got it with me. And I can play the game. If you ever come in contact with me and I have the time, bring your cue stick, I will play you, and you better be prepared. But he told me this story. He was getting ready as a salesperson to go play golf, as he had done many, many times with other friends of his. And just as he was getting ready to put his golf club in the trunk of this vehicle, he said to himself, I'm not going. No, well, what do you mean you're not going? I'm not going. Went in, put his clubs in the trunk of his car, and went out and set it at his desk, and he said, if I am ever going to be anybody, I got to start right now. He kept a list of every prospect he had, every sale he made, every appointment he had, every follow-up phone call, every follow-up letter he had to write to them. And let me say this to you. I have worked with him many times. He has given me references and references and references and references and references, because when he put that golf club down and made up his mind he was going to get serious about his career. Oh, by the way, let me slip this in there. Ralph lives right on the country club today in a mansion. Ralph lives at a country club. And the last time I was there, his son was with him. They had bought a great big place with a movie theater in it. They turned it into this great big franchise. And people could come in and watch movies, get popcorn, candy. They had another one down the road. What a guy. And his son is just as sharp as he is because he raised him right. He didn't spoil him. He didn't give him everything. He made him go to work just like he had. He made him work for another dealership before he came to work for him. He's a sharp young man. And when I called on them, no appointment. I called on them. As soon as his father saw him, he said, I want you to meet Parker Rogers. What did I do? I didn't just do that business. I did their other ones. They referred me to other ones and other ones and other ones and other ones. Now, I can keep giving you these stories one after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. That's why I am where I am today, where I'm going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be speaking all over the world. The only place I will not go is where there is a dictator, and I will not be there when people dictate to people. They're horrible. They're horrible. My father went and took care of one of them, and a lot of other men, and a lot of other women. So other than that, boy, the whole world is where I'm going. I'm going to be flying around on my Gulfstream G500, my airplane, my Gulfstream, my having it catered to what I want to eat, what my guests want to eat. If I want to fly from anywhere, I will go anywhere I want to because it belongs to me. I'm going to give you the price tag. This is from a farm boy, milked cows, did all the stuff on a farm, shipyard worker, roofer, $44 million. Some people might say, oh, yeah, he thinks he's a big shot. No, I'm not a big shot. I'm not a big shot. I've said to you before, I don't like celebrities. I don't want to hang around them. I'll go see them. I don't want their autograph. I don't want to chat with them. I like the common man and woman. The people really are the backbone of this world, the people that get out and go to work. I like entrepreneurs that get out and start their businesses. Many of them start them small, and next thing you know, they're big and giant because they take pride in what they do. They turn out a quality product. Their future is bright. They're dedicated. They're dedicated. I've met so many of them, and I have the highest respect for them because without them, I wouldn't be where I am. You need help from other people. You will not get there alone. It takes a collaboration of people and companies to accomplish whatever your mission is. And by the way, I don't like the word luck. I don't like it. I don't call it luck. I call it doing your homework. If you can't get online and find out who they are, what they do, where they've been, and see their end product, don't waste your time. Because there are so many people. Really, it was just recently I saw this person was on the internet. I thought it was Steven Spielberg. I got in my car. I don't do business with anybody unless I go face to face with them. Not going to blow that. They call it in the South watermelon con. What that means is somebody's on the side of the road selling watermelons saying they're ripe and they're not. I want to go see them. I want to meet them. And when I do, I find out who they are and what they do. I don't let anybody do that but me. I don't want somebody to say to me, they're good. No, I'm going. I enjoy meeting them, and I'm pulling for them. I'm on their team. They're doing work for me. I'm doing work with them. We'll win together. I'm not going to be their only client. I want to see them go. I want to see them go all the way, because talent leads to talent, leads to talent, leads to talent. No matter what profession you're in, none. The man that's filming me right now is talented, or he would not be sitting in front of me. I would not be looking at this camera right now. But they're very, very good because I check them out. They do great work. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with you. But remember, get off of your fanny and go to work. And it's not really work. When you love what you do not need an alarm clock to wake you up. You just pop right up and get going. I never forget on the farm, I would say to my uncle, that rooster, waking me up in the morning, he said, oh, I'll shoot him today. Did he shoot the rooster? And never. And by the way, I'm buying a farm right now. I'm going to be a weekend farmer. I got to have a tractor. I got to turn up some ground. And I'm going to have somebody that cooks for me. And then I'm going to leave my farm and all of my land open to other people that don't have anything like that can go out there and enjoy it, because I'm not going to be there all the time. There's a lot of things that I'm going to do that I've already done, but I'm going to do some more. But I'm going to share them with people. I'm going to be around regular people. No big shots. I got a lot of them in my career. I won't call out the names, but phony, baloney, stealing everybody else's messages, have not been out there and paid their dues, have not got in that car, have not gone from town to town, city to city, state to state, got references, and gone in those doors, whatever it may be, to get to decision makers and have followers. And I have an 80%, I'm very proud of this, 80% repeat with corporations all over America and around the world. 80%. I'm proud of that. I must be doing something right, and so can you. This is not all about me. I want you to pick up from me what I'm saying to you so you can do it. You can do it. I'm counting on you to do it. Hey, one of my clients in California gave me this beautiful lapis ring. That's my birthstone. It's like sometimes somebody will say to me, how did you marry such a beautiful woman? I said, have you taken a look at me? So anyway, with these people and this humongous world of opportunities, I'll leave you with this story. My brother-in-law, Jim Farrow, grew up in a tenement house in Cleveland. Went to high school. I tell this story all the time. ROTC. Became a captain in the Marine Corps. Was in battle. Went to Stanford, graduated. Went to work for a major stock firm. But let me get to where he was. 241 Central Park West in Manhattan in a penthouse. And he told everybody in that building, Parker Rogers can come and go in this building. The valets, the doorman, the person, the elevator went right to the penthouse and opened. There we were. I had my own bedroom. If I wanted to come in 2 o'clock in the morning, there was food there for me. I didn't have to clean it up. It was already there. My sister lived there. I know my sister prepared that food because she can cook. Or either the maid did it. And one day I was there alone. My sister was on Fifth Avenue and she was shopping. And by the way, my sister came from Portsmouth, Virginia also. Runner-up for Miss Portsmouth, Virginia. She should have won. Cheerleader in high school. Good looking. Good looking. I've got a good looking sister. She's 18 months older than me. She was born on a farm also. She's a writer. She's had books published. Very talented lady. By the way, let me tell you this story about her. She was a member of a writers club. And that's when there was no cure for AIDS. And so she said to the people in the club, without one of the members that had AIDS, and she didn't think he had long to live, she said, we need to raise some money. At least he can die with dignity. But he recovered. And he wrote a lot of successful books. And when he passed away, she got called to come to the attorney's office. Are you ready for this? He left her an apartment in Paris paid for. She's there right now. And she speaks 5 fluent languages. Shipyard worker's son from Portsmouth, Virginia, born on a farm. What's your excuse? Well, you don't have any. You can do whatever you want to do with your life. But let me leave you this story about Jim. One day we're there and we're in the penthouse. And he calls me out to the balcony and he says to me, Parker, do you see it? And I'm looking all around. We're way up there. Do you see it? We can see Central Park. Do you see it? Well, first I said, Jim, I don't. He repeats it again. Do you see it? I said, Jim, I'm so confused. I was looking to see somebody hurt. Somebody been murdered. What's going on? And finally he said, let me tell you something. On every street, in every town, in every country, everywhere, there are opportunities. And the majority of people go right by them every single day and they don't even see them. He said to me, do you see it? I said, yes, I do. And I see it to this day. So can I give you more and more and more and more and more people that have influenced me? And by the way, I don't care who they are or where they're from, as long as they have accomplished something with their life or in their business, I'm all ears. Age has nothing to do with it. Age, size, color, what country you're from, that's got nothing to do with being successful. The only thing that has to do with being successful is yourself. Don't get into all those traps. You're overweight. You're the wrong color. You're from the wrong country. You're the wrong person. Yeah, hey, shut up to all those people. You can do anything you want to do with your life. I love, again, seeing all these people do these things and being my friends. And I can call upon them anytime. Again, I'm going to say it. Am I bragging? No. It's fact. I'm thankful. I am thankful, thankful, thankful. I am humble, humble, humble. I have gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. My higher power has allowed me to live this life, and I am thankful. I am thankful for my wife. I'm thankful for my son. I'm thankful for my father. I'm thankful for my mother. I'm thankful for my 8 aunts and uncles. I'm thankful for my cousins. I am a thankful man. If you do not go through life being thankful and humble, and if you do not care for the hurting and the downtrodden, you're a wasted life. So this is Parker Rogers saying, get out there and get on with it. The opportunities are right there. They're right there. They're right there. They're right there. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Now, 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 now. Go now. Go now. Get it done. Get it done. You have all the abilities. Use them. And stay away. Stay away. Beware of all of those pitiful people that refuse to do anything with their lives. And boy, we have got more of those than we do people that are successful. And you know what they say? Well, they got all this money and all this success, and they just got lucky, or somebody gave it to them. What a bunch of baloney. They earned it. They had a dream. Jeff Bezos started in his garage selling books. Well, take a look at him now. And by the way, beware, because I remember, does anybody remember Sears and Roebuck? Sears and Roebuck's not around any longer. Does anybody remember Kmart? Kmart's not around any longer. Walmart's around, but Walmart has got some other companies coming after them. We live in a competitive environment. Compete, compete, compete. Get out there and get it done. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. Don't let family members, supposed friends, get that supposed friends. Those family members that love you so much when you're children. I never forget Sally Jesse Raphael had a talk show with the red glasses. I was watching one day. She said, well, you can love your family, but that doesn't mean you have to like them all. And there's never been a truer statement made than that. So from Parker Rogers to all of you, countless people, millions of people that are listening to me, I'm here to go on the journey with you. Let's go together. Let's have a good time. Let's live the life. Let's help a lot of hurting people. Have a wonderful, wonderful life. I'm looking forward to it. I hope I see you on my path. If not, get it done. Thank you.